ジョーの野郎。鬼姫が完全にぶっ潰しやがって。
Oh my god. Hello everyone, welcome to Joe Consumes Cinema. I'm your host. Like any good family reunion, there's a fight. And today we have Primal, Season 3, Episode 5. So this should be really interesting. You know, we got right at the tail end of last episode, Spear coming out of the bushes, and yeah, Fang roared in disapproval, so I think there's going to be, some action, and not the good kind, unfortunately. I think Mira is going to intervene and, prevent the two from killing one another. Like I said, the distant image in his mind that he keeps trying to make sense of, he finally comes face to face with it. And he knows he's supposed to, feel a certain way about this thing, whatever it is, that this is a friend, this is a family member, I have a strong connection with whatever this thing is, and just trying to make sense of that. It's going to be odd for him to come face to face with it, and then have it attack him, though. I don't know how he's going to take it. So yeah, hopefully Mira intervenes right away and something can be done to, bring him back in some way. Again, it would be really, really depressing if we just have, zombie Spear the rest of this season. He's got to come back. I don't think they would do that, and I really don't want them to do that. But yeah, I'm eager to get right to it, so let's get right to it. The dead cast no shadow.
Mira.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's a powerful one.
Mira. Mira.
There it is, the stripes. He's trying to explain everything that happened to him, but it's not coming through. They seem to know something about the voodoo aspect of this, but they don't want anything to do with it, it seems. Like, they keep doing this ritual, I guess, as like a protection thing. I don't think he eats, dear.
طافل.
Ugh. It's like he's back, but he's not back. It's very sad. Probably makes her feel even more isolated and alone. Fang just doesn't trust it. It has not registered to her that this is Spear. Not at all. I'm pretty confident when everyone gets in trouble and Spear saves the day, things will lighten up a little bit. It's not one of the wild boars. Oh shit, more monkeys. Oh god. Where's he gone? He keeps losing his footing. Oh shit. Food for the infants. Ugh. Nice. Club and shield. Oh shit. Yeah, he can take the hits. Oh god. She gonna sew him up? Yeah. Still doesn't trust him. Kids do, though.
Mira.
Dude. Okay, I took some time just to gather my thoughts. Episode 5, another really good one. So, we've got the reunion, and like I was concerned with, Fang does not, trust this entity or recognize it as Spear. It never clicks throughout the entire episode that that's who this is. And I was worried they were just going to have it outright. Like, they sort of, bumped skulls a couple times here and there, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it might be. Like, I thought Fang might attempt to kill, Zombie Spear, but it never got to that point because Mira always would intervene and, prevent it. Our little rescue operation that is supposed to kill these boars and, rescue the villagers is not off to the best start. We've continued to lose more and more men. It's Mira, Zombie, Spear, Fang, and the 2 kids. Not the greatest. Still doable operation. Zombie Spear is a pretty big asset, I think. But despite the fact that, he can just take endless amounts of damage, the damage that does get inflicted on his body, he can't recover from. Like, that skeletal hand is not going to regrow, muscle and skin or anything like that. It's just that's how it is from here on out. So every time he takes damage, you just kind of got to do your best to piece him back together, I guess. But, you can only do that so long, and depending on the type of enemy you encounter. Like, if he ran up against that volcano dude from Season 2 again, he'd just be a skeleton. And then it get to the point where that would be charred ash. So, like, yeah, it's a big problem and something to navigate through, but I think eventually we're going to get some kind of MacGuffin or something magical to heal him up and, get him back to the way he was. It's just going to take some time. Now, it's interesting. The villagers recognize that some type of voodoo was used to bring him back, and they're very, very scared of it. As soon as he reappeared, those two guys immediately, made a circle and lit it on fire and had like incense or whatever it is, and they're like actively praying, like they're really terrified of whatever it is that brought him back, and it's very clear that whatever it was is not something that they want any part of, and yeah, they're very, very intimidated by it, and they just have this immediate visceral reaction to seeing this zombie in front of them. Now, Mira attempts to communicate with Zombie Spear. It doesn't go all that well. Like, even when he was himself, he couldn't really, communicate. He recognized that when Mira was saying Mira, that's her name, that's who she is, but he couldn't, reply back to her. His people don't have a written or communicated language. Her people do. I'm pretty sure Spear's supposed to be Cro-Magnon, and Mira is definitely Homo sapien. And they did actually crossbreed, but there are clear differences, and you could tell that the Homo sapien is much more evolved and capable of just more intellectually. Mira and her people are obviously just much smarter than Spear and his people. So that was always a barrier even way back when, but this time around it's the whole thing where Fang just refuses to recognize that this is Spear, or some iteration of Spear after death. Like, she actively mourned his passing and just kind of put the whole issue to bed. Like, he's gone, I'm going to cry about it and then just move on from it because, there's nothing that's ever going to change this fact. And she just doesn't recognize him as him. Now, the kids do, oddly enough, near the very end. But yeah, with her, she's not going to give it up easy. I think eventually she'll get there. Or maybe she won't. Maybe she won't, actually accept that it's him until he gets turned back to, how he was before. If that's even possible. Again, I think they're going to do that. Just not sure how long we have to wait till we get there. But yeah, our whole rescue party ain't looking too good. We've lost more people. Mira almost got eaten by baby baboons. And yeah, like, it's going to be tough going up against these warthogs and, finishing them off. I think with Zombie Spear, they have a much better shot than even if they were at full strength with that whole party. They're warriors, obviously, but they're overmatched, and, this guy, Zombie Spear, can just tank basically anything. You saw how he saved Mira's life by literally wrapping her up and just, taking all the branch hits and then crashing into the concrete. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Joe Consumes Cinema. I'm your host, Mira. Rah! And today we have Primal, Season 3, Episode 6. So the whole reunion, not off to the best start, but, I think there's a little bit of hope there. The kids did actually accept him and recognize that, hey, this is a nice guy, we can befriend him. Cavern of Horrors. Okay. Well, they know where the lair is now. Send him in. Thought as much. Oh, shit. Yeah, he's a rotting corpse. He stinks. Make ropes so the people can escape?
لا لا
I I guess she wants to be subtle, and, he's not at all. So they're not going to feed on that milk for very long before, they just get right back to it. He keeps trying to ingratiate himself in some way. Uh-oh. Oh, they're gonna break the rope. Yeah, only real option there. That was cool. Quick reminder to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also consider signing up for my Patreon. For $1 per month, you get access to all my exclusive reactions, also a guaranteed movie request. With that, let's get right back to the reaction. Oh shit. Nice. There you go. There you go. Spear to the head would be good right now. Nice. Oh shit. Okay, I took some time just to gather my thoughts. Episode 6, another really good one. Rescue operation. Initially they scout the cavern, and, Zombie Spear has the subtlety of a jackhammer. So, yeah, he stinks because he's literally a rotting corpse. And, he doesn't take communication all that well. So, initially it's Spear and Mira going in to see what they can find out. They leave the cave, and then Mira comes up with this plan to, tie a couple vines together to make a rope. And then she goes back in solo because, he's just going to give away, her position and what they're doing. So she wants to just stealth in and get the girl out. I guess the people that they're, taking and putting in that little hole in the ground are just tribes from, around the area. It's basically not her people specifically. She mostly just cares about the girl. The rescue operation, of course, goes awry because once the people see that there's, a possible means of escape, they all panic and, all try and climb the vine. Then the thing snaps. Then all the boars wake up from their feeding and, immediately go after them. The zombie spear keeps trying to ingratiate himself with Fang, and it's just not working at all. Initially, he has this memory of, Fang feeding out of a lake of water, tries to cup his hands together to actually give it to her to drink from, and she's not having any of it. The kids do right away. They're very cool with him. Then he has another memory about her, eating grubs, finds some. She's initially like, I'm actually kind of hungry, and then doesn't do it. She just doesn't trust him at any point throughout this entire thing. The rescue operation is a success. Fang takes down the big boar. Spear takes out, all the smaller ones for the most part. Mira is unfortunately wounded, gets thrown against, the cave wall, and then it looked like breaks her leg, and she's like bleeding from it. She's unconscious right now. The girl is saved. Again, not really sure if that's supposed to be Spear and Mira's child or just some villager that, she's kind of close with and wants to rescue. But yeah, there's this moment where upon Mira getting injured, Spear tries to run to her, and then Fang interjects and knocks him against a wall. And yeah, like, just hasn't learned to trust him yet, and quite possibly never will, at least not until, he gets turned back to the way he was. But yeah, it was another really good episode, and honestly, I just look forward to the next one. I'm going to get to that right now. So as always, thanks for watching, and peace.